Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello, hi, subscribe. I feel it kind of silly to not address the big elephant in the room or the big elephant walking the planet, the COVID-19. It's scary. It's affecting a lot of people, and I get that a lot of people are scared. So for this video, I want this to be a distraction and entertaining escape from the world for about 10-15 minutes. We will see how long this goes on for, because I'm just going to start babbling and we're going to see where this goes. But I'm going to talk about some stuff and hopefully you find it entertaining. It's basically personal drama from last year, because a lot of people have been posting the meme, we thought 2019 was bad. Oh, and it's 2020. But to be very real, my 2019 personally, for me,
sucked.
I literally just want to take my 2019, put it in a blender, and say
goodbye. Just basically kind of what I did mentally.
But I thought maybe to distract you from your problems, I will talk about my issues from 2019. I feel conflicted because I know the world is crazy. My personal world, however, I'm feeling personally really good. And I'll explain why.
2019!
This is how it started. New Year's Eve hits. Long story short, I received a disturbing phone call which resulted in me calling 911 to send help to another individual. That's how the new year 2019 kicked off. Next, me and my roommate, who you will meet eventually, not anytime soon, because she is in her homestay right now visiting family and she might be stuck there. But eventually, you will meet her. Anyway, so at the time, it was just me and her paying rent, and we were like, why don't we get a third person? And I am a social butterfly. I know a lot of people, so I was like, oh, I know someone. I call up a friend who is basically paying Cinderella at home for rent. And I was like, hey, why don't you come over to the city with me and then you can like start a new chapter and everything. So they do. They move in. We room together. I thought it was gonna be rainbows and butterflies.
It wasn't!
There was a lot of manipulating and backstabbing that went on. And me and my roommate, who I love dearly, we did not talk for a long time because I thought she hated me. She thought I hated her. And then we were finally adults about it and sat down at dinner and found out what was really going on. Then we were like, we've been getting played. So eventually that roommate kicked themselves out because they realized
These two are onto me.
So I put it in a blender and went, bye! At around the same time, I was attempting to go to school, and the university that I was at the time is
very expensive.
And my pockets were screaming at me and I couldn't afford to go to that school. I was forced to drop out. My class got dropped. That class got dropped because I hadn't been able to pay for my tuition, but I was waiting for a loan that never came.
Because I didn't qualify for it, because the qualifications for that loan was that I had to be at least a part-time student. By part-time, they meant that I was taking at least 2 or more classes. Well, I didn't have that kind of money to take 2 or more classes. I had money enough to take 1, but that's not the loan says, so.
My class got dropped. I was forced to drop out of college. She dropped out of college. So yes, that happened, and we can just put that in a blender and say
bye.
Next thing that happens is that summer rolls around, and your girl had an interesting summer.
I just wanna play with you.
Yeah. So at the time, I rediscovered my gender dysphoria that I was feeling back when I was younger. Some people watching this, if this is your first time and you didn't catch it from the theme song where I said trans diary and you just heard me use the word gender dysphoria, I'm trans, a trans woman. During my...
I just wanna have some fun with you.
I rediscovered gender dysphoria. I mentally was not doing well. I was processing that summer and I was like, why do I not feel good in my body? And what ended up happening was that I put that in a blender and then I said bye, but then it came back while I was in school. So I transferred schools. I started at UVU And I had mostly online classes because I wasn't sure about how transportation was going to work from going from Salt Lake all the way down to Utah County. So first problem, I had online classes. Next problem was that come October-ish, so mid-semester, gender dysphoria just went.
Jesus Christ.
It was just mentally, I wasn't doing very great. I was dealing with my gender dysphoria in not the best of ways. Let's just say everything just kind of went into the blender by itself and just went, and instead of saying bye, it just poured out very slowly and make a whole mess. And I was feeling very uncomfortable and I didn't know what to do. Basically, my grades also got thrown into a blender and then literally said goodbye because that semester did not end very well. Then come a little bit before Thanksgiving, I came out to my family.
A lot of anxiety.
Although it went very well because my family is very supportive, I came out to my brothers, except for the youngest because it was holidays and I wasn't ready to come out to the rest of my family, so we did not tell him because we didn't want him to out me. So that was basically the whole 2020. I put that in a blender. I was outside of the balcony and I dropped that and let it shatter
everywhere.
And then 2020 began, and things just went up from there. I started school again. I was doing better in school. I still am doing better in school. I finally came out on social media late January, early February. I had my first transgender appointment with my doctor, and I started hormones that day. And things just went really up from there. Like, I'm feeling great. I'm starting to feel the changes in my body. My butt looks different. My waist is going. My shoulders are looking a little different. My arms still kind of look the same. My are starting to poke out. So I am just feeling dandy. Like, mentally, I'm great. I'm feeling awesome. But the rest of the world is going through a lot. And not to say that this isn't affecting me. Like, I work at the hospital. We wash a lot more now. Our cafe has been very restrictive for customers. We don't handle cash a lot anymore. I mean, we still kind of do, but we use gloves. We sanitize after using it. It's just been crazy. Business has died down a lot because they're trying to make us that patients aren't at the hospital for too long. Although personally, my world is great and blossoming, I am still dealing with reality and the real world, and how I'm dealing with that is that I work at a hospital. I work in the kitchen. You take away the kitchen, the patients have no food. The kitchen is very important, therefore I have to go. But here's a little fun fact. Yeah, girl, don't have a car. I am forced to take UTA everywhere. Sometimes if there's a scooter, I'll take it to the station that takes me all the way to work and home. That way so I'm not on the train for too long around people. But for the most part, I have to go on the trains to get to work, which means I am around other people. So this is what I've been doing. Instead of being like the crazies that are stealing masks from the hospital, please stop stealing from your doctor's offices and the hospitals for masks. You are endangering the health of those patients who are at risk, which is not fair for them. It's not fair for the doctors and the nurses and everyone else that has to deal with that. Stop. I personally don't have a mask, but what I do have is a lot of scarves. And what I've been doing so that I can still go to work and stuff is that I've been taking this like so. I put my earphones on so that I don't have to talk to anybody and so I can like listen to music. And I take this like so. Put this over my face. Whoop. Bam! Face mask. So that is how I've been dealing with the virus. For me, that's been amazingly hard because I am not a homebody. If I am composing music or doing a video, then I am at the apartment. Otherwise, I'm not at the apartment. But now I am. So I've been catching up on RuPaul's Drag Race. I've been catching up on The Masked Singer. I know for other people, some people are screwed over because they can't make rent or they can't make ends meet because their work is I know that there are a lot of families that do have elementary school students, and while their kids were at school, they were at work, but now their kids are home. So who takes care of the kids? And you can't take them to daycare because... And school is now online now. However, some families don't have a computer. Some families don't have tablets. Some families don't have iPads. What do you do?
To add on to that, a lot of families do have elementary school students, junior high students, and high school students. And the high school students are getting assigned a lot of work. However, they are the ones that are getting ordered by their parents to watch the younger siblings, so they had no time for the homework. That's another issue.
For some students, school was a break from reality, from darkness going on at the home, and now they're at home with that. So I do get that there are people that struggle. I will say, if we want this to go away, we need to be smart, we need to be safe, we need to be careful, we need to be serious. That's all I have to say on COVID-19 and distracting you for a little bit before I start talking about COVID-19. Next video will be a makeup video, and I will finally be doing what everyone has been asking me to do before I start my YouTube channel, and that is winged eyeliner. I will teach you how to do small wings, big wings, all the ones that I know how to do, which would be a nice distraction again from everything that's going on. A nice way to occupy the mind. I hope you liked my little story time where I talked about my own issues. I hope you took my little message on staying safe seriously. I hope that you follow it. If you like this video, give it a good thumbs up. Comment down below about any questions that you got, any topics you'd like me to talk about that are mainly trans related, because I do like my Monday videos to be on trans topics because this is a trans and makeup channel, which today I talked a little bit about it, but not in like a lot, because I kind of feel stupid to like
Talk about that while everything else is going on, but
yeah, comment down below about any questions you got. Like if you are trans and you need advice, sound off. If you have friends that are trans and you need advice, sound off. If you're curious and you're like,
what's gender dysphoria? What's this? What's that? What about it?
ask in the comment section. I will be checking it out, and then I'll base the next videos off of those. And if you don't, I'm gonna choose my own topics. If you are new here and you would like to continue to see more content and you want to be updated, subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you all the next time. Please stay safe. Thank you.